Okay, let's unpack this. Imagine you've just landed, maybe, in a brand new country, specifically the United States. You step off the plane, you're filled with anticipation, ready to build your new life.
Yeah, that feeling.
And then you see it. That inviting apartment for rent call now sign, maybe in a window, or maybe it's glinting on some sleek digital billboard.
Right.
Your heart races, you start picturing yourself finally settling in, making this new place home. It's a universal dream, isn't it? That finding your own space.
Absolutely.
But then that initial surge of excitement often gives way to this quiet, often unsettling wave of uncertainty. Like, what are the right questions to ask? What
Hmm.
do all those mysterious terms actually mean when they're used in a rental context?
Yeah, the jargon.
And crucially, how do you avoid those incredibly costly, time-consuming mistakes in a new, unfamiliar environment where the rules of the game feel completely different?
Mhm.
Because it's not just about knowing English words, is it? It feels like understanding a whole unwritten cultural script for renting.
What's truly fascinating here, and honestly, often overlooked, is how seemingly simple words can carry powerful, kind of hidden meanings, and how a deep dive into these cultural insights can genuinely make or break your entire experience.
Make or break, really.
Oh, absolutely. It's the difference between a stressful, frustrating ordeal and, a smooth, maybe even enjoyable journey toward finding your new home. It
Yeah.
really can transform your outlook and your stress levels.
I completely agree. And that's precisely why this deep dive isn't just about, say, expanding your vocabulary list. Our mission today is far more ambitious, I think.
Okay.
We're here to arm you with the exact English phrasing and, just as important, the essential cultural nuances you need to confidently, maybe even expertly, rent an apartment here in the USA.
Right.
We're going to navigate this entire, often complex rental process together, starting from that very first online search through those crucial conversations with landlords.
Uh-huh. The gatekeepers.
The on-site visits, right up to the moment you sign that legally binding document, and even guiding you through smoothly settling into your new place.
So the whole life cycle.
The whole thing. Our goal is for you to walk away from this deep dive feeling absolutely prepared, confident, and perhaps even a little excited about the process, not dreading it.
And we'll be pulling back the curtain on the, let's call it the secret language embedded within apartment listings, those marketing euphemisms that can cleverly mask reality.
Ah, the euphemisms, yes.
We'll reveal the unspoken rules and expectations when you interact with landlords or property managers, giving you not just the words, but the strategy for those
The
conversations.
strategy is key.
We'll provide you with a comprehensive, almost forensic checklist for spotting hidden issues and potential red flags during an apartment visit.
Okay, like a detective kit.
Exactly. And perhaps most critically, we'll demystify that often intimidating legal document, the lease agreement itself. We'll even offer insights to smooth out the moving in process so that your new space truly feels like home from day one.
And here's where it gets really interesting and, frankly, a little intense. The U.S. rental market is notoriously competitive, especially in desirable cities.
Candidly said.
Knowing the right things, knowing what to say, what to ask, and what to meticulously look for can literally mean the difference between securing your dream apartment and losing it in a matter of hours to someone who is just a little bit faster, a little bit more prepared, and crucially, a little bit more informed.
Timing is everything. And information.
So by the end of this deep dive, you won't just understand rental terms. You'll be able to use them naturally, negotiate with confidence, and navigate the entire process like a seasoned pro. You'll protect your finances and, most importantly, truly find your new home.
Yeah.
This isn't just about finding a place to live. It's about establishing your foundation. Are you ready? Let's dive in.
Let's do it.
So, your exciting journey into finding a place often begins right there on your phone or computer, scrolling through endless listings on online marketplaces like Zillow, apartments.com, maybe even Craigslist.
Right, the usual suspects.
These sites are the starting line for the vast majority of people looking to rent in the USA. But here's where the savvy detective work truly begins, because these listings are often packed with what we call marketing language.
Spin.
Exactly. You see these attractive words and phrases, and they sound absolutely wonderful, almost too good to be true sometimes. But what are they really telling you?
Yeah, what's behind the curtain?
They're designed to make even a small or perhaps less than perfect space sound charming or luxurious or incredibly convenient. Understanding this subtle linguistic dance from the very first click can save you a tremendous amount of time,
Mm-hmm.
a significant amount of money, and most importantly, a lot of future frustration.
It's absolutely crucial to decode these terms right from the start, almost like learning a secret language.
Yeah.
Take studio apartment, for instance.
Hmm.
It's not just a fancy name. It precisely means one single open concept room.
One room.
One room that serves as your living space, your sleeping area, and usually includes a small, often compact, kitchen corner. It's all integrated, meaning there is no separate bedroom.
Okay, that's the key. No separate door for the bedroom.
Exactly. This is a significant distinction from, say, a one-bedroom or two-bedroom apartment, which explicitly indicate distinct, enclosed rooms dedicated solely for sleeping.
Right.
This fundamental difference in layout is key to managing your expectations about actual usable space. Many newcomers are surprised by just how open a studio can be, so envisioning your daily life in that single space is vital before you even go see it.
That's a huge clarification because a studio in one country might be totally different elsewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have the classic cozy versus spacious. Now, cozy, it sounds incredibly inviting, doesn't it? You picture warmth, intimacy, a snug little nook.
Yeah, sounds lovely.
But in the world of rental listings, cozy is almost universally a polite euphemism for small.
Usually, yeah. Tiny.
Landlords frequently use this term to try and make a tiny apartment sound charming and intimate rather than just, well, tiny. It's a psychological trick, really.
It is.
On the flip side, spacious is genuinely what you hope for. It indicates ample room to move around freely, to live comfortably, and to breathe without feeling confined.
Right. Actual elbow room.
It means enough space for your furniture, your hobbies, and your life.
And if we connect this to the bigger picture, understanding these subtle linguistic cues is your absolute first line of defense against disappointment or, as you said, a surprisingly tight squeeze.
Yeah.
It truly empowers you to see past the marketing spin and assess the actual practical usable space.
So true.
Another term you'll encounter with great frequency, especially if you have pets, is pet-friendly. Now, this sounds fantastic if you have a furry companion like Fido or a feathered friend,
Good news.
but it absolutely does not mean free entry for your pet. It invariably implies potential extra fees.
Ah, okay, the catch.
It's always a catch. These might include a non-refundable pet deposit, which is a one-time charge,
Right.
or even ongoing pet rent added to your monthly costs.
Pet rent, really?
Oh, yes. It can range from $25 to $100 or even more per month per pet. And there are often specific rules and restrictions like breed restrictions, no aggressive breeds, sometimes or size limits like dogs under 25 pounds,
Bro.
or even a cap on the number of pets allowed. Always clarify all of these details before getting your hopes up. It's not just friendly, it's friendly with conditions.
That's a critical financial distinction right there.
Mm.
And speaking of finances, there's the critical phrase, utilities included or utilities not included.
Huge. Absolutely huge.
This is, without exaggeration, a massive factor financially. If a listing says utilities included, it means your monthly rent covers essential services like water, electricity, gas, maybe even internet sometimes.
Right. Simplifies budgeting.
Makes it much simpler, more predictable. It's one less bill to worry about. However, if it says utilities not included, you will be solely responsible for setting up and paying for all those services separately.
And that adds up fast.
Oh, it can easily add hundreds of dollars to your monthly expenses,
Hmm.
especially in areas with extreme weather that requires heavy heating or air conditioning usage. So it's a detail you absolutely, unequivocally cannot overlook.
Non-negotiable to clarify.
It can be the difference between comfortably affording your rent and being constantly stressed about fluctuating monthly bills.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And continuing with those financial implications, prime location is another common term that often appears.
Ah, yes, prime location. Sounds good.
Well, it certainly indicates that an apartment is situated in a popular, desirable, or central area, offering convenience and excellent access to amenities, public transport, entertainment.
Uh-huh.
It implicitly and almost always means significantly higher rent.
Right. The price tag follows.
Always. So it's a very clear trade-off. Desirability almost always comes with a higher price tag. The true insight here is to ask yourself, am I paying for prestige or genuinely needed convenience?
Good question.
Sometimes being just one train stop further out or a 15-minute walk instead of 5 can save you hundreds of dollars per month and potentially offer more space without sacrificing much in terms of accessibility. It's about weighing the true value against the cost for your specific lifestyle.
That's a great way to put it, the true value for your life. Beyond those more straightforward terms, online listings can also use some trickier phrases and euphemisms that are really designed to hide a lot, or at least soften the blow.
Oh yeah, the real code words.
For instance, if an apartment needs TLC, which is an abbreviation for tender loving care, that's a very polite, almost endearing way of saying the apartment is old, it needs significant repairs, or it's generally quite run down.
Needs work. Lots of work, potentially.
Exactly. The implications here are enormous for your comfort, your safety, and potentially for your peace of mind or even your own time and effort if you end up trying to fix things yourself.
Mm-hmm. You might be walking into a project.
A big project.
And then there's the phrase, up-and-coming neighborhood. This sounds exciting, doesn't it? It suggests the area is improving, gentrifying, might be a good investment long-term, or offer trendy new spots.
Yeah, sounds hip.
However, it could also mean that it's currently quite noisy due to construction, might be less safe in certain parts, or simply lacks established amenities that you might take for granted, like a readily available grocery store,
Right.
a reliable public transport network, or even a local park. It's an invitation for you to investigate further rather than just accepting it at face value.
Do your homework on that one.
Definitely. A friend of mine once moved into an up-and-coming neighborhood, and it turned out up-and-coming meant under constant construction for the next year. So always dig deeper.
Oh, wow. Yeah, exactly. This brings us to the core of becoming a rental detective. The art of asking, what are they not saying?
Mm-hmm. Reading between the lines.
If key details like parking availability, whether it's street parking, a dedicated spot, or a garage, and what the cost is or laundry facilities, are they in unit, shared in a building, or completely absent, meaning you'll have to find a laundromat?
The dreaded laundromat trip.
Yeah. Or even the specific type of heating and cooling systems aren't explicitly mentioned in the listing. Those are crucial questions you must ask.
Absolutely. Don't assume.
These might seem like small details on paper, but they can dramatically impact your daily comfort, your routine, and of course your budget. Imagine having to pay for expensive parking every single day, or hauling your laundry several blocks away in the snow.
No thanks.
These seemingly minor things add up to major lifestyle impacts.
They absolutely do. Your daily life, your convenience, and your overall peace of mind directly depend on these practicalities. Don't underestimate them.
So what does this all mean for your practical strategy during this initial search phase? It means becoming a truly savvy detective, a discerning buyer, looking beyond the pretty pictures and the clever marketing spin right from the first click.
Get your magnifying glass out.
Pretty much. A really useful, simple tip is to keep a physical notebook Or use a dedicated notes app on your phone to meticulously jot down any new vocabulary you encounter, specific questions that arise from each listing, and unique details for each apartment that catches your eye.
Good idea. Keep track.
This organized approach prepares you meticulously for the next steps, whether that's a phone call or an in-person visit. You'll be organized, informed, and ready to get all the important information before making a decision, turning what can be a chaotic process into a manageable one.
Makes sense. Preparation is key.
So you've diligently sifted through dozens of listings, finally found the one that truly sparks your interest, and now your finger hovers over the Call Now button, or perhaps you're composing that initial email.
The moment of truth.
This is where many people freeze, unsure what to say or worried about saying the wrong thing. But here's the crucial insight. This initial contact isn't just a formality, it's your first audition.
Your first impression.
This conversation is your absolute best chance to demonstrate that you are a reliable, responsible, and desirable tenant. Someone who will pay rent on time, take excellent care of the property, and generally be a good, respectful resident. It's about making a stellar first impression.
And this is where cultural insight becomes truly paramount. In the USA, first impressions carry significant weight even during what might seem like a short, casual phone call or an initial email exchange.
Really significant.
Clear, polite, and confident communication from the outset is absolutely key. It sets a positive professional tone for your potential rental relationship, and it can genuinely set you apart from other applicants who might be less prepared or less articulate.
You want to stand out.
Remember, landlords often screen dozens of potential tenants, sometimes hundreds, so you want to stand out for the right reasons.
Precisely. So let's talk about the essential opening script, what to say to immediately convey professionalism and intent. You want to be direct, respectful, and clear.
Get straight to the point.
Here's the precise phrasing you can confidently use. Hello, my name is your full name. I saw your listing for the apartment on specific street name or address, and I'm very interested. Is it still available?
Simple, clear, direct.
This simple, polite opening immediately accomplishes several things. It tells them who you are, what you're calling about, and gets straight to the point of availability, which is often the first thing they want to know. It's efficient and respectful of their time.
Good. Once you've established contact and confirmed availability, it's your turn to ask the key questions that truly matter for your financial planning and overall comfort.
Okay, your turn.
Always, always confirm the monthly rent, even if it's prominently displayed in the ad. Verbal confirmation avoids any misunderstandings, last-minute changes, or hidden fees.
Always confirm the number. Got it.
Then reiterate that critical question we discussed earlier. Are utilities included? As we highlighted, this can add hundreds of dollars to your monthly costs if they're not. So it's a non-negotiable clarification that directly impacts your budget.
Huge budget impact.
Get crystal clear on which utilities are covered and which aren't. Water, gas, electric, trash, internet. Nail it down.
Absolutely. And then you need to know, how much is the security deposit? This is a significant upfront cost that you must budget for, in addition to your first month's rent.
What, usually first month's rent plus deposit?
It's typically equal to 1 month's rent, but in some states, or for higher-end apartments, it can sometimes be more, up to 2 or 3 months' rent even.
Wow, that's a lot up front.
You need to be prepared for that lump sum. Also, don't forget to ask, is there an application fee? This is a very common U.S. practice, a non-refundable fee.
Non-refundable. Key point.
Usually ranging from maybe $30 to $100 per applicant, used to cover the cost of background checks and credit checks. You definitely don't want to be surprised by this unexpected cost.
Yeah, adds up if you apply for several places. Another crucial timing question is, when is the apartment available to move in?
Logistics.
This is critical, especially if you're on a tight schedule due to a visa, a job start date, or coordinating with a previous move-out date. Landlords often have specific dates they need the unit filled.
Can't assume it's immediate.
Never. Finally, always inquire, What's the lease length? Most commonly, residential leases are for 12 months, but variations exist.
Like month to month?
Exactly. Month-to-month options, 6-month leases, or even longer 18-month or 2-year terms. Understanding this commitment up front is vital, as shorter or longer terms have different implications for your flexibility and long-term stability.
Right, flexibility versus potentially cost savings or stability.
Precisely. A month-to-month lease offers flexibility but often comes at a higher monthly cost, while a longer lease might offer a discount but locks you in for that period.
Now, just as you're armed with your questions, you should be equally prepared to answer some of theirs.
Turnabout is fair play.
Landlords will almost certainly ask about your job or income. Why? Because they want clear assurance that you can consistently afford the rent.
Makes sense. They need reliable income.
They'll want to know your current employment status, your annual income, and sometimes even see pay stubs or an employment verification letter.
Proof of funds.
They might also inquire about your rental history, and it's quite common for them to want to contact your previous landlord for references. So have that contact information ready.
And maybe give your old landlord a heads up.
Good point. Give your previous landlord a heads up that they might receive a call.
This brings us to a really important point. What is a credit score? And why is it so vital in the USA?
The credit score. The magic number.
In the U.S., a credit score is a 3-digit numerical representation, typically ranging from 300 to 850, that reflects how well you've managed debt and bills in the past.
Higher is better.
Generally, yes. Anything above 700 is usually considered good and indicates financial reliability. Landlords use it as a key indicator to predict if you'll pay rent on time, seeing it as a reflection of your overall financial responsibility.
Okay.
For newcomers to the USA, if you don't have a U.S. credit score yet, this can seem like a major hurdle, and honestly, it often is.
Because you haven't had time to build one.
Exactly. However, there's a crucial cultural tip here. You can proactively offer alternative proofs of trustworthiness.
Like what?
This might include a letter from your employer confirming your income and stable employment, recent bank statements showing healthy savings or consistent income, or even letters from past landlords abroad vouching for your reliability.
So be proactive with other evidence.
Yes. Proactively offering these alternatives demonstrates your resourcefulness and trustworthiness, even without an established U.S. credit history, and can significantly improve your chances. It takes about 6-12 months to even generate a credit score in the U.S., so landlords understand that newcomers often won't have one. But you need to offer the proof.
It's like a subtle, intricate dance, isn't it? Every word, every tone choice is part of building trust and showing you're not just a potential tenant, but the ideal tenant.
Absolutely. Presentation matters.
During these conversations, try to sound genuinely interested and capable, but maybe not desperate or overly eager.
Right. Don't seem too keen.
If you seem too eager, you might actually lose the chance to negotiate on rent or terms, or you might just give off a red flag. Maintain a friendly, professional, and confident tone throughout.
Poised and professional.
And here's a crucial cultural note. In many competitive U.S. rental markets, landlords and property managers can receive dozens, sometimes hundreds, of calls or inquiries for a single apartment in a single day.
It can be overwhelming for them, too.
So if you don't get a quick reply, a polite follow-up call or email the next day is perfectly acceptable and even encouraged. Persistence, without being pushy or annoying,
Key distinction. Persistent, not pushy.
can really help you stand out from the crowd and show your serious intent. It shows you're organized and genuinely invested.
Good advice. Follow up politely.
Okay, you've mastered the initial conversation, perhaps you've even exchanged a few emails, and now you've scheduled a visit. You're finally stepping inside the actual apartment.
The moment of truth, part 2.
This in-person visit is your single best chance to decide if it's truly the right place for you. It's also your most critical opportunity to become a detective and spot any hidden problems before you sign anything.
Before you commit.
Many renters, especially those new to the process, make the common mistake of focusing only on how the apartment looks, getting swept up in the aesthetics, the fresh paint, the view.
The shiny objects.
Exactly. But the real insight, the true protection, comes from understanding not just how it looks, but how it works and how it will functionally integrate into your daily life.
Exactly. It's so easy to get swept up in the visual appeal, those shiny new appliances, the freshly painted walls, or that attractive new carpet. But the real insights, the ones that protect your peace of mind and your wallet, come from understanding the practical, daily realities of living there.
The day-to-day stuff.
This is where critical thinking truly pays off. You need to become a proactive detective, not just a casual observer. It's your time to look beyond the superficial.
So what's your step-by-step approach for this critical visit? Start with a polite greeting and reiterate your interest. Something like, "Thanks so much for meeting me today. I'm really looking forward to seeing the apartment and learning more about the building."
Sets a good tone. Respectful.
Then you immediately move into checking the basics. These are the daily essentials that can truly make or break your comfort. Ask directly. Does the heating and air conditioning work well?
Crucial. Absolutely crucial.
This is absolutely essential because U.S. weather variations can be extreme, from scorching, humid summers to freezing, often snowy winters. You absolutely need a functional, efficient system.
Test it if possible.
Yeah, turn it on, listen for strange noises, feel for the airflow.
And don't overlook hot water. Ask, is there hot water all day and is the pressure consistent? In some older buildings, hot water might be limited, shared, or run out quickly if multiple units are using it simultaneously.
Oh, the dreaded cold shower.
You don't want to find yourself taking a cold shower. Another critical check for modern living, especially if you work from home or rely heavily on streaming, is the internet connection.
Big one these days.
Inquire, how is the internet connection here? Which providers are typically available in this building, and what speeds can I expect? In certain areas, service can be surprisingly limited, slow, or prohibitively expensive, which is crucial for work, entertainment, and staying connected.
Don't assume good internet is a given.
Yeah, but assume.
Next, you need to literally become a maintenance detective. Landlords won't always proactively point out flaws. You need to actively look, almost with a magnifying glass.
You hands-on.
Get down and check under sinks for any signs of leaks. Look for water stains, moldy smells, or warped cabinetry. This is a common and often costly issue if not addressed.
Look for the evidence.
Open and close all windows to ensure they function properly, aren't stuck or broken, which impact ventilation, security, and your heating-cooling efficiency.
Check the seals, too.
Good point. Turn on all lights in every room to test the electricity. And try out a few outlets if you can, maybe with a phone charger.
Smart.
And then ask this crucial question, which tells you a lot about the landlord's commitment. How quickly do you typically handle repairs, and what's the process for submitting a maintenance request?
Yeah, this reveals a lot about their responsiveness.
This question will reveal a lot about the landlord's reliability and their overall maintenance philosophy. Do they fix things promptly and professionally, or will you be waiting weeks, endlessly following up?
You want a responsive landlord. Beyond the apartment itself, assessing the neighborhood is equally, if not more, important.
Right, you're renting the location, too.
Even if the apartment is absolutely perfect, the surrounding area greatly impact your quality of life. Ask, is there public transportation nearby, like a bus stop or subway station?
Vital if you don't drive.
Are there grocery stores, pharmacies, or good restaurants within walking distance? Proximity to essential amenities like these can significantly enhance your convenience and daily routine.
Makes life easier.
And critically, what is the parking situation? Parking can be notoriously expensive, difficult to find, or strictly regulated, especially in larger cities or dense urban areas. Clarifying this is a must,
Big hidden cost, potentially?
as paying for parking can be a hidden hundreds of dollars expense each month. Think about your daily commute and how these factors impact it.
This reminds me of the classic distraction trap. Landlords will often highlight superficial improvements like freshly painted walls or new carpet.
Cosmetic stuff.
These are certainly nice touches and they make the place look appealing, but you absolutely cannot let them overshadow deeper, more fundamental inquiries.
Don't get blinded by the bling.
Exactly. Don't let them distract you from asking about potential rent increases upon renewal, typical noise levels from neighbors or the street, any history of pest control issues, or any hidden fees that might pop up later that aren't explicitly in the listing.
Look past the surface.
It's like a magician's trick, right? They show you the shiny new thing, the distraction, but you need to be looking for what's hidden behind the curtain, what's not immediately obvious.
A very useful cultural tip for your apartment visit. It's common and generally accepted in the USA to take photos or videos during your apartment tour.
Oh, really? That's okay to do.
Generally, yes, but always ask permission first. A simple, polite, "Do you mind if I take some pictures for reference? I want to remember all the details," is perfectly acceptable.
Okay, good to know. Ask first.
The benefit of this is immense. It helps you remember specific details, allows you to objectively compare different apartments later on without relying just on memory,
Right, they all start to blur together.
and can even serve as crucial future proof of the apartment's condition when you moved in. This last point is vital for protecting your security deposit against claims of damage you didn't cause.
Ah, documentation for the deposit. Smart.
Some people even do a full video walkthrough before moving any furniture in.
Finally, and this is perhaps the most important personal insight, trust your gut feeling.
Listen to that inner voice.
If something feels off during your visit, maybe the landlord avoids certain direct questions, or you notice a strange, bad smell that they dismiss or explain away vaguely, or the general vibe just feels wrong, take it seriously.
Don't ignore red flags.
Renting an apartment is a big decision, a significant financial and personal commitment, and your comfort, safety, and peace of mind are absolutely paramount. If it doesn't feel right, if that little voice in your head is whispering doubts, it probably isn't the right place for you.
Walk away if you need to.
Don't let pressure or desperation override your intuition. There will be other apartments.
Always.
So you've meticulously researched listings, confidently conversed with landlords, and even put your detective skills to the test during the apartment visit. You found the perfect place, and now, here it is, the lease agreement.
The final boss.
Huh. Pretty much. This is the core document, the absolute most important piece of paper you'll deal with when renting in the USA. Why? Because it's a legally binding contract.
Legally binding. That's the key phrase.
Once signed, you and the landlord are legally bound by its terms, conditions, and rules. And here's a common, often devastating pitfall. Many people, even native English speakers, sign without full comprehension,
Yeah, they just skim it.
leading to what we call expensive surprises down the line. It's not just paperwork, it's your legal shield, or, if misunderstood, a potential minefield.
This raises an extremely important question. When you affix your signature to a document in the U.S. legal system, what power does that hold?
What does signing mean here?
It's far more than just ink on paper. Your signature signifies a legal agreement to all the terms and conditions outlined within that document. It becomes a promise you are legally obligated to keep.
Wow.
This is precisely why thorough understanding of every single clause is not just recommended, but absolutely non-negotiable.
Yeah.
It's your commitment to the contract and the landlord's commitment to you.
Absolutely. So let's break down the key components of a typical residential lease and what you really need to look for beyond just the obvious rent amount. First, the lease term. This specifies exactly how long the agreement lasts.
How long you're locked in.
While it's most commonly 12 months, you might encounter month-to-month options or even longer 18-month or 2-year terms. You need to understand this commitment. Breaking a 12-month lease early, for instance, can lead to severe financial penalties.
Big penalties, usually.
Then, of course, the rent amount and due date. This will spell out precisely how much you'll pay each month and exactly when it's due. Missing a payment date can mean hefty late fees, and critically, it can severely impact your credit score,
Which we talked about earlier. Very damaging.
which is a very big deal in the U.S. financial system, affecting everything from future rentals to loans.
Critical, too, are the security deposit rules. The lease will specify the exact amount of the deposit, typically 1 month's rent, but it could be more. Crucially, it will outline the conditions under which it will be returned to you at the end of your tenancy,
How you get your money back.
and the time frame for that return, usually within 14-30 days of moving out, depending on the state.
Yeah,
This is your money, and understanding how to get it back is vital.
for sure.
Also, look for maintenance responsibilities. Who fixes what? Some leases might surprisingly require tenants to handle small repairs, like replacing light bulbs or unclogging a drain.
Really? Tenants have to do that sometimes.
Sometimes, yes, while others clearly state the landlord is responsible for nearly everything beyond basic cleaning. Clarity here prevents future disputes.
Good to know who calls the plumber. And pay extremely close attention to the rules about guests, pets, and noise. These might seem like minor details, but breaking these rules can actually lead to significant fines, or in severe cases, even eviction.
Yeah, don't ignore the house rules.
For example, if your lease says no pets and you get a pet, you could be in serious trouble. These clauses are often in place to ensure harmony in shared living spaces, like apartment buildings or duplexes. So understanding them is key to being a good community member and avoiding problems with your neighbors and landlords.
Let's delve into some essential lease vocabulary you'll encounter that can have real-world impact. A clause is simply a specific section within the lease that explains a particular rule or condition.
Just a specific part of the contract.
Exactly. You might also see a renewal option, which is your explicit right to extend the lease after its initial term ends, often with an outline of how rent might change.
So if you want to stay longer.
Conversely, early termination refers to the procedures and penalties for ending the lease before its agreed-upon finish date. This almost always comes with substantial financial implications.
Like paying extra rent.
Yes, such as paying a few months' rent as a penalty, or being responsible for rent until a new tenant is found. These are financial implications you must be aware of before signing. It can cost thousands.
Wow. Okay. Then there's the notice period, which is how many days in advance you must formally inform your landlord if you plan to move out at the end of your lease.
Gotta give them warning.
This is typically 30 days, but it can vary by state or lease, sometimes up to 60 days. Missing this deadline can result in you being liable for an extra month's rent, even if you've moved out.
Ouch. Pay attention to that date.
And definitely keep an eye out for any mention of a rent increase clause upon renewal. This clause might specify how much your rent can go up when your lease term is over, which can help you budget for the future or decide if you want to renew.
This brings us to your power before signing. Asking for clarification. Never, ever hesitate.
Don't be shy about asking.
Absolutely not. Provide precise phrasing to the landlord or property manager like, could you explain this specific clause in simpler terms? I want to make sure I fully understand it.
Just be direct.
Or, what exactly happens if I need to move out before the lease ends due to a job relocation? Or, are there any additional fees not explicitly listed here beyond the rent, security deposit, and application fee?
Good questions. Uncover everything.
Asking detailed, specific questions now prevents major, expensive problems later. It shows you are diligent and responsible, not difficult.
And this leads us to the absolute gravity of your signature in the USA. This is a crucial cultural and legal point that cannot be overstated. Your signature is legally binding.
No takebacks.
In the U.S. legal system, there's simply no "I didn't understand" or "I didn't read it carefully, excuse later." So the critical advice here is fundamental. Take the lease home with you.
Do not sign it on the spot.
Do not sign it on the spot under pressure, even if they tell you someone else is waiting. Read it carefully, line by line, perhaps over a day or two.
Take your time.
If you have a trusted friend, a mentor, or even better, a legal advisor or tenants' rights organization, have them review it for you. This caution is not only smart, but widely respected.
And a good landlord will understand.
In fact, a good, trustworthy landlord will never rush you to sign without giving you ample time to review. If they do rush you, that's a definite red flag.
Big red flag. And once it's signed, always, always ensure you receive a fully executed, signed copy of the lease for your own records.
Your copy. Essential.
Keep it in a safe, accessible place, a physical folder, a cloud drive, both. This copy is your ultimate proof of agreement and will be invaluable for proving your rights, confirming terms, and resolving any potential disputes that might arise down the line.
It's your evidence.
It's your legal cornerstone in your new home.
This is the big moment. It's
Yeah.
not just paperwork. It's a profound commitment, the official start of your new life in that apartment. Understanding every single word, every clause is your ultimate protection and peace of mind. It truly lays the foundation for your new chapter.
Well said.
You've done it. You've got the keys in your hand, the lease is signed, the apartment is officially yours. Now, as exciting as unpacking is,
The fun part, or maybe not so fun.
let's talk about those critical first steps that truly make your new place feel like home and, just as importantly, protect you in the long run. This stage is far more than just getting your boxes inside. It's about establishing your daily life smoothly and setting up excellent tenant habits right from day one.
Absolutely. The transition from signing the lease to actually living there is a critical phase often overlooked, but it's brimming with opportunities to solidify your position as a responsible tenant, secure your financial interests, and ensure a harmonious living experience. These initial actions can save you a lot of headaches later.
Exactly. So, step one, document the apartment's condition meticulously. Before you even bring in your first piece of furniture,
Before anything goes in,
take detailed photos or videos of every single room, be thorough, get wide shots, then zoom in on any existing damage, no matter how minor. Scrappies on the floor, stains on the carpet, marks on walls, chipped paint, a loose cabinet door, anything that was clearly there before you moved in.
document everything. Timestamps help too.
Good idea. You can simply say to your landlord or property manager, I just want to make sure we're both clear on the apartment's condition before I bring my belongings in. Some even recommend doing this with the landlord present if possible, using a move-in checklist they provide.
Yeah, a joint inspection is ideal.
Why is this vital? Because this documentation is your ultimate security deposit shield. It protects you when you move out later, ensuring you get your full security deposit back and aren't blamed for pre-existing issues. It's proof, pure and simple.
Crucial for getting that deposit back.
Yes.
Step 2 involves setting up utilities if they're not included in your rent. This is a practical but essential task.
Gotta get the lights on.
You'll need to arrange for services like electricity, water, gas, internet, and sometimes even trash collection. When calling utility companies, you'll commonly use phrases like, I'd like to set up a new account for this address, and when can the service start?
Standard procedure.
Be prepared to provide your new address, your social security number if you have one, or other identification. A key cultural nuance here, especially for newcomers without a U.S. payment history or credit score, is that some companies might require an initial deposit to set up your account.
Another potential deposit.
This is a common practice to mitigate risk for them, so be prepared for that possibility in your budget. It's often a one-time fee, refundable after maybe a year of good payment history.
Okay, good to know it might be refundable. Then, step 3, which is often overlooked but can make a huge difference in your daily life, introducing yourself to your neighbors.
Building community.
While it's certainly not mandatory, a simple, friendly gesture like a quick, "Hi, I'm new here. I just moved into apartment your number," can open doors to friendly relationships and provide access to incredibly useful local advice.
Yeah, find out the inside scoop.
You might discover the best local grocery store, a hidden gem of a coffee shop, or learn about quiet hours or unique building quirks directly from someone who lives there. It fosters a sense of community, which is invaluable.
This often overlooked step can significantly enhance your living experience. A little community connection goes a long way, not just for social reasons, but also for practical support and shared information within the building or neighborhood.
Like borrowing a cup of sugar.
Exactly. Or finding out about a community event, or even just having someone keep an eye out. It's about building your local network.
And that leads us to step 4, maintaining good communication with your landlord. This is about being proactive and responsible.
Don't wait for problems to fester.
If something breaks or needs attention, report maintenance issues quickly. You can say the heater isn't working or the faucet is leaking. Could you please arrange for a repair? Here's a crucial tip that protects you. Document all your requests in writing,
The paper trail.
whether through email or text message, or a tenant portal if they have one. This creates a clear, undeniable record of your communication and helps avoid misunderstandings or disputes later on. If a problem persists, your written record is evidence that you reported it promptly.
Absolutely essential. Step 5 is about learning and respecting the building rules. Apartment complexes often have specific guidelines for shared amenities, like laundry rooms, gyms, swimming pools, or designated parking spaces.
The common areas.
They might also have quiet hours for noise, specific rules about trash disposal or recycling, or even restrictions on decorating common areas. Knowing these rules is absolutely essential.
Avoids annoying neighbors or the landlord.
Exactly. It helps you avoid potential fines or warnings from the landlord, and just as importantly, it helps you maintain good relationships with your neighbors. Being a considerate resident who understands and respects shared spaces fosters a harmonious living environment for everyone.
Finally, step 6, which is an ongoing commitment throughout your tenancy, budgeting for rent and expenses. This is non-negotiable.
Gotta pay the rent on time.
A key cultural insight in the USA is that paying rent late can seriously hurt your credit score, potentially dropping it significantly, and in extreme cases, lead to formal eviction notices or even legal action.
It's taken very seriously.
It's that critical for your financial future. A practical tip to avoid this stress is to set up automatic payments for your rent if that option is available to you through your bank or the landlord's portal. This ensures your payment is always on time, every time, giving you peace of mind.
Set it and forget it, if possible.
Ultimately, living in your new apartment is also about truly making it your own. Once all the practicalities are handled, encourage yourself to add personal touches, bring in plants, hang photos, arrange decorations that reflect your style.
Make it feel like home.
Transform this rental into your personal space for comfort, creativity, and to recharge after a long day. It's amazing how much more confident and at ease you feel when you understand not just the individual words, but the whole system, the entire cultural script of renting.
Right. Knowledge is power and comfort.
This isn't just about renting an apartment, it's about claiming your space, feeling secure, and truly feeling at home in a new country.
Yeah.
You've earned it. We started this deep dive imagining you standing in front of an apartment for rent sign in a new country, feeling that unique mix of excitement and uncertainty.
That initial moment.
Renting in the USA can, without a doubt, seem incredibly daunting, especially when you're navigating a new language, a new legal system, and a new culture simultaneously. But now, after this comprehensive deep dive, you are not just equipped, you are empowered.
Hopefully feeling more prepared.
You have the vocabulary, you know the precise questions to ask, and you possess the mindset to handle every single step like a seasoned pro.
From the initial online search, where you learn to decode confusing marketing language and listings and spot those hidden
The
euphemisms,
cozy apartments.
to confidently conversing with landlords, visiting apartments with a truly detective's eye for detail and red flags, understanding the intricate legalities of a binding lease agreement, and finally, smoothly moving into and establishing yourself in your new home. You are now prepared, informed, and confident.
It's a full toolkit.
This journey from challenge to confidence is what we hope to provide.
And remember, renting isn't just about finding four walls and a roof over your head. It's about choosing a place that genuinely fits your life, your budget, and your comfort.
Finding the right fit.
The tools and insights you've learned today aren't just for this one experience of finding an apartment. These are skills that transfer seamlessly to future moves and to any situation in life that requires precise communication, critical information gathering, and a deep understanding of unspoken cultural nuances.
It's a template for navigating complexity in a new environment.
Exactly. It's a template.
If you take away only one lesson from our entire conversation today, let it be this. Never, ever be afraid to ask for clarification.
Just ask the question.
In the USA, especially in business or legal contexts, it's not just normal, it's actively smart. Asking detailed questions shows you are engaged, thorough, and care deeply about making the right choice, and it absolutely empowers you in the process.
It shows you're serious.
It demonstrates diligence, responsibility, and intellect, and a good landlord will respect you for it. A bad one might get annoyed, and that tells you something too.
That's a good point. And this truly applies far beyond just finding a home, doesn't it? Think about it. Where else in life might a deep dive into hidden meanings, subtle communication cues, and cultural norms truly transform your experience?
Everywhere, really.
Whether it's starting a new job in a foreign company, navigating a new educational system, or even just building new friendships in a foreign land, how can this exact approach of asking insightful questions, observing meticulously, and understanding the unsaid help you feel more confident, more in control, and more successful?
It's a universal skill set for navigating new situations.
We invite you to reflect on your own experiences or potential challenges with similar information gaps when moving or starting something new. You've got this. The next time you see a for rent sign, you won't just look at it. You'll know exactly what to do, what to ask, and how to make that space truly your own. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.
Thanks for tuning in.